Wirebaugh, and first down in motion is Greenman. The Wirebaugh back to throw, and there's Greenman. He's got it, and he goes down immediately, and he did not catch the football, ruled incomplete. Kevin Williams with the coverage for Clinton. Defensively up front for Clinton. They average close to 200 pounds a man up front. Dave Schmidt, Willie Baker, and he's their biggest, a senior at 230. Keith Shearhart, Bob Ocha, and Randy Keif. The linebackers are Goodman and Choquette, and four in the secondary, Williams, Housewright, Roberts, and Feldkamp. And we have a Western player down here on the first play, Rod Mayo. Offensive guard is down and apparently shaken up, and they're going to look at him, and we're 28 seconds into the first quarter. And Western, as expected, they come right out throwing, John, and pretty easy pattern there, but the ball a little underthrown to Green.
I remember seeing Derek Wirebaugh, I believe it was last year, it might have been 2 years ago at the Northwest, and this guy certainly possesses all the physical tools and talents to run that ball club. Very strong arm, very good, solid football player, not only football player, as I mentioned in the pregame, but he's a real solid athlete out there on the basketball floor as well, and I'm sure Steve Holton is very, very, very appreciative of the fact that Derek Wirebaugh is as talented an athlete as, in fact, he is.
Okay, second down and in motion. Ebersol out to the right. Wirebaugh throws to Ebersol, and he's got it over the 40. Good defensive play, though, by the Redskins. Right up was David Housewright out of the secondary, and he made the play, a pickup of about 2 yards. And that will bring up a third down and certainly a throwing situation here for the Panthers on third and about 8. Beautiful night here, and yes, it's homecoming. It's about 3 in a row for us, I believe.
We made it out to Napoleon last week, and
we're hitting them all.
Yeah.
We're going to get a crown here before it's over this season. Third and 8, and Wirebaugh rolling left, stops, looks over the middle, caught, first down, great catch by Mark Oliver in Clinton territory at the 46-yard line, and Oliver went upstairs to make that grab. Dandy catch, first down, Western on the third down and 8. Pass to Oliver.
Very well thrown football, Greg. Derek Wirebaugh had plenty of time in that pocket, and he hit the intended receiver,
Mark Oliver
out of the backfield. Oliver, the ball was a bit high, but Oliver went up strong with both hands and came down for the first Western first down.
They hand off to Ruff, the fullback, and he is roughed up at the 46-yard line, the line of scrimmage, and the linebacker, Terry Choquette, a senior at 190, came up and stuck his nose right in on the play. Second and 10 for the Panthers, who came out and threw the ball their first 3 plays. Picked up the first down, and they just ran for nothing. Second and 10. Out of the I formation, Ebersol, the tailback, straight drop, Wirebaugh. He's going to be chased out of there. Oh, the room he's got 45-40. First down, out of bounds, 35-yard line. And that's where Wirebaugh, John, is so dangerous. A great athlete. He saw he had so much room. No contain, that's the key there for Clinton.
Exactly. The entire offensive line for Western did a real nice job of pushing the Clinton defensive line to the left, and consequently, that young man on the right side, Randy Kraft, simply lost containing that play. And you know, Greg, you look at the play as Derek Wirebaugh would have seen it. He had just an acre of green pasture in front of him in which to run the football, and he picked up the first down.
So first down for the Panthers, 34-yard line. 9:50 to go, scoreless. First quarter, they run a little reverse here. Try to turn the other corner, 30, 25-yard line. Jeff Modlin got that reverse handoff from Wirebaugh, and he picked up about 6 yards. Jim Roberts out of the secondary, he is just a sophomore, made the play for the Redskins, who have won their first 6, as we mentioned. They are on top of region number 4 in Class C. Wirebaugh now on a second down and a short 4. In motion, Greenman. Short drop and wire ball will be sacked. Took that little two-step drop. Couldn't find anybody. And then Bob Ocha, senior, 165 defensive tackle.
Well, Greg, one of the disadvantages when you take that 2 or 3 step drop, as Derek Wirebaugh traditionally does in the quarterback position for Western, is the fact that, you know, your intended receiver has got to be open very, very quickly. It's a very quickly designed pass pattern in which to strike and get the ball in the hands of the intended receiver and let him pick up some yardage. But when that receiver is covered, or when there's some indecision on behalf of the quarterback, and that offensive line does not do the job, it's trouble for Derek Wirebaugh.
3rd and 7. Wirebaugh on a drop. Good call. The middle was Ebersol, and he's going to be stopped at about the 24-yard line. Terry Choquette made the play. It'll be a little short of a first down by about a yard and a half, maybe 2. And on 4th down, it would certainly appear that Western would go for it here from the 24.
Oh, you've got to, Greg. I mean, this is, I don't know what type of kicking game they have here at Western, but...
You're supposed to find that out this week for me, Coach. Thank you.
I was celebrating.
Obviously not one that they're going to kick from 45.
No.
Wirebaugh on 4th and 2. He rolls left, throws back over the middle, intercepted. That pass deflected and picked off. And the Redskins have the football at the 14-yard line.
Greg, and I believe it was the secondary Clint Feldkamp got a big hand on it.
Or Clint, his twin brother.
That's right. Clint Feldkamp, and in that situation, you know, as tempting as that interception may be out there, you want to really drop the football unless you're assured of a touchdown, because you're in very poor field position as a result of that 4th down play. Would have been better off if they would have simply dropped the football.
Well, their quarterback is Feldkamp. He made the interception. And they hand off tackle for a couple yards out over the 15, 16, maybe 17-yard line. And that could have been one of any 3 running backs. It was not Kevin Williams. It was either Roberts or Mike Goodman. Goodman, the senior, Roberts, the sophomore in the backfield. They'll slot Kevin Williams. Their wideouts are Randy Kite and Big David Housewright. Kurt Schmidt, Shearhart, and Baker, the offensive line. 2nd down and 8. There's the handoff to Kevin Williams.
And boy,
Kevin!
Of
Kevin Williams, a running back for Clinton, and some shoddy tackling from that Western defense. Very much reminiscent of a couple of plays we saw against Lansing, Waverly, and Jackson High when... Please don't bring up nightmares, John.
Mushin Muhammad put on a running back clinic for the all in attendance that game, and Williams did a wonderful job of just simply refusing to go down, and consequently the Western defenders simply just didn't wrap him up, and he picks up a good yard.
Boy, he was shut right down for 2 or 3 yards, and bingo, he popped out of there and gained 40.
Inside reverse.
And who's got the football? They're all the way down inside the 15-yard line. We'll look for the number here. Chap Erickson, possibly. Anyway, Jacob Arnold. What did they do, Jen? A very good faking in the backfield.
Little fake dive up the middle, a little counter to the left, and coming back right with Jacob Arnold, the running back. A really very well executed play by Clinton.
Wishbone formation. They're way down inside the 10, close to the 5-yard line with Mike Goodman, the ball carrier, and he had a huge hole off the left side. That time ran out of a wishbone set. Varying formations for this rather imaginative Clinton offense here.
Well, Greg, they certainly have the capability right now to see why they may be 6-0 on the season. They really a hard-running team. Williams, of course, getting that big gainer on 3rd down and some poor Western tackling, really setting up this ideal scoring possession for the Redskins of Clinton.
2nd down and a yard from about the 6. And that's Kevin Williams still on his feet, still fighting for yardage, and he may have lost some. Mark Oliver defensively for Western with some help. We'll see if they give him forward progress, and they do just inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. And that's a first down for Clinton. First and goal, just inside the 5. Tomorrow, of course, Michigan State, 2:35 pregame, 3:30 kickoff on KHM. And tomorrow night, Lumen Christie Adrian from Withington Stadium. Here is a touchdown for Mike Goodman. That same dive off left tackle out of the wishbone set, the hand of the fullback. And boy, he got some rather crisp blocking, would you say, from that left side?
Dave Schmidt, the center, Bart Kirk, the left guard, and Jason Haft, the left tackle, Greg. That was one huge hole, and they certainly carried out their assignments to perfection that time. The running back, Goodman, goes in
4 yards.
4 yards for the touchdown, 5:25 remaining the first half, first quarter, I should say.
Here's the extra point, and that is good by Torrey Choquette. Left footer, he bombs it through, and it's 7-0 Clinton. 5:25 to go in the first quarter. Back with the kickoff in 30. Jackson Sports Voice, WKHM.
Looking for a way to become fit and trim for the coming season? Join the Jackson Y Center today. For as low as $12 a month, you can become a member of the Y Center, where you can enjoy basketball, volleyball, jogging, swimming, weightlifting, and more. The Y Center also has aerobics and swimming classes available for a lot less than you think. Call the Y Center today at 782-0537.
Y Center, we are family.
Back at Western High School, 7-0 Clinton, and John, they made it look easy on that opening drive.
Well, they did, Greg. The thing that you want to remember, and I put it in my notes for the scoring recap at halftime, the big run by Kevin Williams of about 50 yards to really get them out of poor field position on third down.
Here's the kick and the run back from the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Pretty good pop right there. Sean Starks on the return. First down, Western. Torrey Choquette, kicker, made the stop.
Boy, he's been in a number of plays here tonight already for Clinton.
Would you say we're going to probably use his name several times tonight?
Number 38 will be pointed to quite frequently this evening.
Well, Western had a good drive going on their first series, and then the deflected pass interception cost them. And here's somebody on a fake. Boy, I can't follow the ball down here at all. Ebersol ended up with it. A great fake carried out in there by the fullback. And Ebersol wound up all the way out to about the 38-yard line, and we have a Redskin down, and that's Randy Kife, the defensive end. That was a pickup of nearly 8 yards for Ebersol. Good faking that Western backfield that time.
He had me completely picked out as well, Greg. I thought the initial running back in the line of scrimmage had the flow ball, but very fine faking by a wire ball there. The thing I like about this kid, Greg, not only is he's got a very strong arm at the quarterback position, he's got that great mobility and that great sense of awareness out there in which to really pick up some pressure from behind, and moves up well, very, very well in the pocket to avoid the rush from the defensive football team. So Derek Weyerbaugh, outstanding football player. Not only does he throw the ball, he generally directs his team well, fakes the ball very, very well as well.
They're still looking at the defensive end out there, Randy Kife, and he's finally up, and they're going to help him off to the sidelines. We have 4:52 first quarter homecoming tonight out in Parma, and Clinton has a 7-0 lead. Following that interception, John, they drove 86 yards. They had the one big play in there, the long 40-yard run. Other than that, grind them out. Situation with, I thought, excellent faking in the backfield by quarterback Feldkamp.
Yeah, as you said, Greg, they made some real nice adjustments in terms of trying to keep that Western defense guessing, coming out in a variety of formations. And when you disguise your plays with the various formations, you're going to be much better off.
On 2nd and 2, Greenman in motion. out to about the 41-yard line. Knocked down by 60, Dave Schmidt. And that is a Panther. First and 10. Couldn't ask for a better weather situation.
This is glorious. Sometime this evening.
First and 10 Western out of the I from their own 41-yard line. Greenman split wide to the left. He runs a pattern. Wire ball rolls and fires, and that's incomplete. Boy, tough throw on the dead flat run. And wire ball pumped it out there for Mark Oliver, just off his fingertips. And Clinton Feldkamp, quarterback on offense, playing a corner position on defense, was out there defensively. And most of the guys going both ways for Clinton Ball Club. John?
Yeah, they're not blessed with a great amount of numbers over in the Clinton side, but they seem comparable to the Western Ball Club. Western may have a few more, but I tell you, nothing beats depth and quality football players, as Lumen Christi could possibly attest to this year. And this Clinton Ball Club is a solid team. We've already seen that here on the offensive drive.
Wire ball fires out in the flat to Ebersol. Shakes one tackle. He cuts it up to about the 48-yard line. Good work by Ebersol. He was hemmed in back at the 38. Avoided that first tackler. Got a little head of speed going. Put his head down and got out to the 48-yard line. Jimmy Roberts making the stop. Third down, about 3 for the Panthers, who continue to move the football rather effectively. Against the unbeaten Redskins. They're 6-0 coming in.
Yeah. And they have, as I said in the pre.
Much more to lose and gain in this game than possibly Western does. Panthers need 3 on third down. And Wireball's going to throw it. And he fires, and that's incomplete. B.J. Gross, the intended receiver. Roberts out there with the coverage, and it's a tough way to pick up 3 yards when you try to throw it about 25 across the field to get 3.
It's somewhat baffling sometimes, Greg, when you see these plays develop, 3rd and 3 or 2nd and about 4, and they simply go try to, throw 25 yards across the field to pick up 4. So in that type of situation, probably the best play is a quick hitter or something, a little fake up the middle and a little pop pass over the middle or off to the wing.
Wirebaugh, the kicker, and punts a beauty from about the 35-yard line. This is returnable, though, at the 20, 25, out to the 28-yard line. That was Kevin Williams on the return, and Clinton will start their second drive of the game at the 29-yard line. Mark Oliver and Jeff Modlin on the stop for the Panthers. Running out of time here in the first quarter. It's 7-0. And Clinton on their first possession, 86 yards in a breeze. And let's see if the Western defense can shore it up a little bit this time. They run that little delay handoff to the fullback, and that's Mike Goodman. And he has, just a couple yards. He's out over the 30 to about the 32. Jason Johnson making the stop for the Panthers. Lumen and Adrian tomorrow night on KHM. Hope you join us for that. Boy, we have double wing situation. Here's the reverse, and there's all kinds of running room for Kevin Williams. And there he goes down the sideline. They've got an angle on him. Cuts back beautifully.
Look at this.
Still on his feet. Now back to the sideline, and he is going to score, I believe. Touchdown. Marvelous run by Kevin Williams. That one is 67 yards. Oh, my goodness.
You won't see a better running play by a running back, Greg. That was an outstanding run by Kevin Williams. One of those inside handoffs. You might think Western might have picked it up earlier than they had some success with it already in their first offensive series. and Williams simply had an angle. A couple of the Western defenders had the angle on him in the sideline. He cut back against the grain and made a couple of other nice moves downfield, and he went 67 yards for a Clinton touchdown.
Very rarely, in my recollection anyway, will you see that double cutback.
Right.
Once a high school player normally makes one cut, that's where he's going to go. This kid cut to the middle, then cut back to the sideline again. Here's a two-point try, and they're wide open in the end zone for two.
Western
Try to catch the number there, but one of the, I think, the running backs out of the backfield wide open in the end zone, and Feldkamp hit him. And just like that, 15-0 here with 2:24 to go in the first quarter. And the Panthers a bit shell-shocked right now. We take a break, and we're back in 30. Jackson Sports Voice, WKHL.
Has your driveway, steps, or sidewalk eroded due to bad weather or use? Repair them with Quickcrete Vinyl Concrete Patcher from the Robert Lake Company. This smooth, self-bonding compound adheres to concrete, brick, stone, stucco, and other masonry surfaces. To protect your basement walls from leaking, you can also use Quickcrete Hydraulic Water Stop Cement to seal cracked areas and areas around pipes and sills. Make all masonry repairs with Quickcrete from the Robert Lake Company, 3475 Wildwood Avenue.
Greg O'Connor, John Manzer back at Western High School, and the Clinton Redskins have put on a little demonstration here in the first few minutes of the football game. We still have 2.5 to play in the first quarter, and it's 15-0. And here's the kick, and this is Wirebaugh on the return. He's going to throw it across field. That's a loose ball,
lateral.
And they better pray it gets out of bounds, and it does. I haven't seen that since you played for Optimist about 10 years ago, John. On the return, Wirebaugh just cranked it across field. Threw it about 40 yards and missed his intended receiver. And Western very fortunate. The ball did trickle out of bounds before Clinton could jump all over it, or they'd be right back in about 4-down territory.
Well, Greg, if you're going to execute that play, you have to execute it. And Scott Stark was the intended receiver on that lateral. And botch up by that Western kickoff return team.
Here's Wirebaugh on a roll. Fires. Has a man out there. Nice grab by Greenman. Just over the 30-yard line. And that's another first down. Western's had a number of first downs here in the quarter. First downs, I don't see those listed on the scoreboard right now. It's 15-0. Not tonight. Feldkamp and Roberts were on Greenman, who made a nice catch. And a good throw that time by Wirebaugh from the 31. And Steve Holton and his crew have to be extremely concerned right now about their defense. Wirebaugh, draw. That hurt all the way up here. Number 60, Dave Schmidt. And Mike Goodman and Willie Baker laid the lumber on, and there's a loss of about 5 yards on the draw play.
That what you would call a well-diagnosed defensive football play.
I think they smelled it out quite well defensively.
Man, that hurt up here, as you said.
And Western looks at a second now and 15. The up back in the eye is Dave Williams. Eber saw the tail. And Wirebaugh rolls the other way.
Little pump fake.
Against the grain, fires. Oh, it's dropped. He had a first down out there. Mark Oliver right in his hands. You couldn't throw it any better. And Oliver dropped it. He made a great catch earlier in a ball that probably shouldn't have been caught. That one was laid right in the numbers. And Oliver dropped the football. Looked like a Michigan State game last week. Third down and 15 coming up for the Panthers, and they're down 15-0. So far, Wirebaugh's had pretty good protection, although he does like to roll out and roll away.
Blitz.
Now they're all over him, and let's see if he can get rid of it. He cannot. Down he goes inside the 20-yard line, and boy, they were all there. Dave Schmidt was there. Shearhart, Choquette was doing a little blitzing.
Yeah.
And just as we said, protection, it collapsed. And Western's looking at a 4th and a mile here. They need about 22 or 3 yards for a first down. And Weyerbaugh will kick for the Panthers. Williams and Houseright will stand at the Clinton 45-yard line. Weyerbaugh, excellent kicker. Kicked one earlier this year, about 60. This is an end-over-end job. Takes a little bounce, picked up by Houseright. He's at the 50. Nice hit there by Mark Oliver. But Clinton will have excellent field position at the 50-yard line to start their 3rd drive here in the first quarter with 25 seconds remaining. Baseball playoffs, of course, going on tonight.
Yeah.
Game 6 in Cincinnati. Jim Carlisle will get us updated on that out-of-town scoreboard when those scores become available. Clock running. This would likely be the final play of the first quarter. We'll take a break after that. Right now it's 15-0 Clinton. The quarterback is Clint Feldkamp. Tight pro set in the backfield, fullback up the middle. And that's Kevin Williams. That was not Kevin Williams. It was Jim Roberts. And he spun for about 2. That ends the first quarter. Our score, Clinton 15. The Panthers, nothing. And we're back in 1 minute on WKH Jump.
Chocolate today in any form is more than a treat or a confection. It also ranks high in food value, containing carbohydrates, fats, protein, and several vitamins and minerals. It's popular in most...
The name Jackson High comes into 4 as a result of some shoddy tackling this season that really has hurt their cause in picking up their first victory. But all in all, it's been a very dominating force. Clinton has been this first period. I've been very, very impressed with the aggressiveness and speed and really the execution of this ball club. They are very well-coached football team.
Here's their first pass and wide open for a first down. Feldkamp hit his man right on the numbers. Unfortunately, we can't see those numbers. Jason Johnson on the coverage. That was Houseright that made the grab for a Clinton first down, and right now they are just shredding this Western defense.
Western, Greg, just appears to be shell-shocked right now. They're very, very tentative on defense, very, very unsure of themselves, and as a result, Clinton is certainly taking advantage of it. Look at this hole.
There's the sophomore, and he goes off the right side and has some room down, looks like right on the 30-yard line. Mark Ruff made the stop for the Panthers, but Roberts picked up about 5 yards and a 2nd and 5. Yes, John, the execution has been faultless so far for the Redskins.
Yeah, they certainly are well coached, Greg, and as I said, they throw out a varied number of formations at you to really confuse you defensively. Here's the draw.
Kind of a, here's a flag as the halfback down close to a first down. That was Goodman. Kind of a quick, not really a draw, but well, I guess you could call it a draw. You call that a draw?
I call that a draw.
We'll call it a draw. And a penalty against Western, just exactly what they did not need at this point. And that may be a half the distance, and I would assume a face mask call. I didn't catch the hand signal. And all the way down to the 12-yard line, and here comes Clinton again.
I'm telling you, Greg, you just look at the possible outcome in this football game. I think it's absolutely imperative for Jackson High, for Western to stop this Clinton ball club right now. We're early in the second quarter. They've already have a 15-0 lead on the board, and I think one more touchdown right here really could signal the put this Western team in some serious trouble in terms of winning this game. And the Panthers call a timeout.
Okay, we have a timeout in the field. We're back in 60 in 1 minute on WK. 6 or 7 yard line. Goes Williams. And he's piled up some yardage here in the first half.
Yeah, give full marks, Greg, to Jacob Arnold, that running back out of that Clinton backfield. Really did a nice job in blocking that defensive end for Western, really to open up a real nice hole for the fellow running backs. Awfully important for these young men to block for each other out of that backfield, whether it be at Clinton or Western or Lumen or Jackson or whomever.
Second down and about 5 from the 7. And an official's timeout of some sort. Feldkamp has his team out over the football. The center is Dave Schmidt, who has been a standout here defensively and anchoring that offensive line. They run in motion. Here is Mike Goodman. Is he in? He is. Touchdown, Clinton. The final 7 yards, Mike Goodman. And the senior at 165, not very big. Just put his head down, John, and nobody knocked him down.
Nobody knocked him down due to the fact that Dave Schmidt, the center, Bart Kirk, the left guard, and Jason Haff, the left tackle, really cleaned out some Western Panthers on that right side of the defensive line. And Greg, we have the makings, I hate to say it either right now, 21-0, 10-14 remaining in the first half. Have the makings of a real blowout here at this juncture of the football game. Western has certainly got to get themselves mentally and psychologically back in this game, and you only do that by making big plays.
They're going for 2 again, and this one's incomplete. And I believe Housewright might have been the intended target, and that went right off his shoulder pad. Probably should have been caught. 21-0, and we have 10-14 left in the first half. That latest Clinton score was Mike Goodman on a 7-yard run off left tackle, 21-0. Well, it's nice to see Joe Ginzer still on the Slim Fast plan here tonight. Joe, one of our halftime guests, we may talk to everybody up here. Yeah, Jelly Donut. I know some hockey referees that really got slammed for eating donuts, and Joe's following their footsteps here tonight.
Go ahead, Will.
As it teed up, John, they've been teed up. Here's a kick, fumbling around, finally got Mike Greenman.
Oh, boy.
And he snowed under at the 18-yard line. That went right through Ebersol, and Greenman picked it up. And they're probably pretty lucky to get it back where they did.
Greg, it's a type of situation you just don't want to have yourself in.
Absolutely not, Bear. And we have a first down from the 19. Gross split wide left. Greenman out to the right. See a lot of aerials here. Dropping, looking, throws over. Great grab by Oliver. And he looks to have a first down out near the 30-yard line. Housewright made the stop. We have a marker. Greg, and I believe I'm just going to...
Oh, boy. Blocking below the waist
against Western.
Against the Panther. And you get nailed as well with an illegal procedure penalty in the backfield. I thought that lone setback, whomever he was, I didn't catch his number, I should say, moved a bit prematurely, and I thought for sure the referee was going to throw a flag. It happened right in front of him, but he did not. But they, in fact, get nailed with a blocking below the waist penalty. Certainly things going in reverse gear right now for Steve Holton and the Western Panthers.
I'd say the wheels are spinning at the moment.
And they're in danger of being
nice play there.
off.
Nice play there, too, on the grab by Oliver, and that they're going to bring that back. And right now, you hate to be a coach. Look up at the scoreboard. You're down 21-0, and you see your offense huddling under the goalpost. Not the scenario Steve Holton was looking for here tonight on homecoming, although he knew he was in for a tough ball game with this club.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, you look at some good physical size out there. Of course, when you execute and you have the size to which to do it, you're going to be very, very well served.
Well, from about the 9-yard line, first and about 22. Wyatt's going to be hit, and down he goes. Close to the goal line. He got back out, to about the Looks like about the 3-yard line. Keith Shearhart made the stop, and Western going in the wrong direction right now. With 8:52 left to go here in the
Big, buddy, but it could be a long one here tonight.
Don't say it, please. Second down, about 25. And Wirebaugh in the end zone fires it out on the wing. It's caught by Greenman, but he's not going to get very far. And look at the excellent pursuit by
Greg,
Clinton.
3 players over there, and 1 on 3.
Defensively, offensively, looking extremely strong here this evening. Third down is very long. They need at least 20.
Not a yard or two more than that. On third down, 20.
1-0. 50-0 at the end of the first quarter, and Clinton has scored on every possession so far in the football game.
Again, throws it long. He's got Greenman out there, but he overshot him. Just did a fly that time, and Wirebaugh threw it out to about the 40-yard line, but overshot Greenman, and it's going to be a kick deep in the end zone for Derek Wirebaugh. So far, nothing has really worked, John, for Western. They came out and missed that first pass.
Yeah.
They have had several first downs, but no semblance of a real
Scoring threat at all here so far in the first half. Very good. Right now, it looks like they're strictly pass-oriented, even in deep forward field position. They're just airing it out just about on every football plan. If you got you have any semblance of winning football games, you really have to put it on the ground.
Here's the punt by Wirebaugh, and it's killed at about the 38-yard line.
And look at this, just another glorious field position in which for Clinton to start an offensive drive.
38-yard line of Western.
As long as even Stanford can.
You better not say that.
No, that's an ugly word this week. Stanford.
Clock moving at 7:40. And the Redskins have the football. Feldkamp. In the backfield, they've had Goodman, Roberts, and Williams, and they've all run very effectively. Feldkamp's going to throw, and he fires it out on the corner, and that's incomplete. Intended for David Housewright. Feldkamp was knocked down by Mark Ruff, got the pass away. And I guess up 21-0, you can just about write your own ticket out there. They have run so easily and effectively. You wonder on first down why they didn't run the football. But, of course, John, we're paid to second-guess just about every call up here.
And should they not?
You can't second-guess much that Clinton has done so far here in this first half. And they run the draw.
And it's going to be successful.
And they've got some running room for Mike Goodman. Ran off the left side. Trent Ebersol made the stop for Western, but a pickup of about 6 yards for Mike Goodman. And a third down and 4 for the Redskins.
This western side of the football field very, very subdued, as you might believe, with their ball club trailing 21-0. Very, very quiet on this side of the field.
Full house. Wishbone set in the backfield, almost a straight T. They will not get the first down or even come close to it. On the handoff to Kevin Williams, and he was dragged down by Trent Ebersol and Scott Kimberly. Fourth down, 4, no gain. And you would not anticipate, would you? No punt here.
No punt whatsoever.
From the Western 32-yard line. Housewright will split wide to the right on fourth down. Chance for the Western defense to come up with a big play here. They run option. Here's the pitch outside. They will not get there. I believe they held him about a yard short.
Yeah.
That was our old buddy there, John. The always popular Jacob Arnold on the carry. Mark Oliver made the stop with some help on the pursuit. And it's a first down for Western. And they would dearly love to put something on the board, at least for their mental frame of mind here before halftime. And Wirebaugh has him out in the I set from the 30. Greenman in motion. That has been the case much of the time here in the half. They go to Ebersol and not much room there at all. Bob Ocha, big number 72, made the stop, and it's no gain.
Well, Greg, I think they just have to try to run the football against this Clinton team. Obviously, the strength of that Western offense is throwing the football with Derek Wirebaugh, and they've got a pretty good host of receivers out here, but you have to, as you run the football, you have to throw the football as well and keep this defense honest. You just can't be going back there winging it every down, but here goes Wirebaugh again.
He's being chased. He fires, and that's right through the hands of Oliver again, and then almost picked off out there in the secondary. Jim Roberts was out there. And a 3rd and 10, and the Panthers have dropped a couple passes that probably should have been caught, and that might have been one of them right there. 4:58 on the clock, and the clock stops with the incompletion and a 3rd down and 10. Double wides here to the near side. Greenman and P.J. Gross. And Wirebaugh over the middle. And Greenman. Where did that hit him, John? Right in the numbers?
Right in the hands.
And they dropped another one. Mike Goodman on the coverage. And that brings up a 4th down. Well, it's great to throw the ball, but you've got to catch it. And right now, Western not catching the football at all. Wirebaugh has thrown some pretty good passes, John.
Yeah, he has. Unfortunately, he's not had a lot of time on a lot of occasions back there. He's been sacked a few times. And the balls he has delivered, Greg, some of these intended receivers have simply dropped the football.
Here's Wirebaugh's kick off, would you call that a wobbly snap and a fair catch? And Clinton has it again at the 35-yard line. Fair catch made by Kevin Williams. And here comes Feldkamp and company. Mentioned pretty good size on their offensive line, nothing shocking, but they do have big Willie Baker over there anchoring that at about 230. And then they go 190, 175, 190, 175. Out of a wishbone set this time, and they have they've switched it up nicely here in the first half, and they're out to the 44-yard line with Kevin Williams, who's had a couple big runs here in the first half. And that's a pickup of about 7 yards. And a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 2. Make that.
Jimmy Roberts, a sophomore, threw another fine block out of that backfield, Greg. I'm telling you, these running backs
And for Clinton certainly have had ample opportunity and ample
which to run tonight. This offensive line is doing a whale of a job against this Western defense.
Just 2nd down and short 2. And Feldkamp right back to Williams, puts his head down, and he's very close to a first down. Over the 45 to the 47. Again, Mark Ruff, and again, Mark Oliver.
Yeah, Greg, and you look at this this football team from Clinton, they really like to go that left side on that offensive line. Schmidt, the center, Bart Kirk, and Jason Haft, really that is the strength of this offensive line.
That was a first down, John. 1st and 10 from the 47. And they stick in that wishbone. Probably won't do much fancy here. And just as I say that, they fake to the fullback. Here comes the quarterback. He has 10, 12, 13 yards. That's Feldkamp down to the Western 42-yard line.
Yeah, that collapsed that right side of that Western defense, Greg. Obviously, very, very fine faking by Feldkamp, the quarterback for Clinton, and he saw some open greenery in front of him, and he had it right, and he picks up the first down again.
Good-looking athlete,
Yeah.
John. Very quick.
Very quick. Good mobility back there. Good presence. Good quarterback mind back there. 3:30 remaining this first half. More than enough time in which for Clinton to possibly put some more points on the football board.
That was a design play to the quarterback. He faked to the fullback, and he got around the outside quickly, and there was just no contain there at all.
And notice, Greg, that the previous two plays that might have set up that quarterback keeper. Everything was going left on the first two plays, and all of a sudden, again, the flow of the offense goes to the left side of that Clinton offensive line, rather. And here again, Feldkamp just simply keeps the ball, goes right, and he's just got a world of room in which to operate.
Feldkamp this time on the draw. Pretty nice little cut there by, I believe it was either Roberts or Williams, one of the two, and they got a couple yards out of it. P.J. Gross defensively for the Panthers, and there's no way they can allow any more points here in this half.
Greg, they just...
Or they can go to the dance.
They can go to the dance, homecoming loser, because they're just not really struggling in terms of enthusiasm out here at Western here tonight. Not the...
most juiced up crowd you ever want to see. More than the football team. Of course, they're down by 21. Look at this running. Look at this running. Williams, he runs out of 2-3 tackles. First down, 28-yard line. Greg, he really did. He's a miniature Machine Muhammad
there, John.
Machine
Muhammad, a name that will live in infamy in the hearts and minds of the defensive people at Jackson High. But this Kevin Williams, good hard runner. He just kept those legs pumping.
the size, Greg, 5'9", 160 pounds. Some people, some players play bigger than their physical size out there.
This kid just does not want to be tackled, and he's not going to prevent it until need be. Goodman, the lone setback, double wings.
Back to throw, set up a screen in the middle. Nice defensive play that time by Western, as they smelled that one out right away. That was number 46, Mark.
Send out house right wide to the right. And they've got a slot right as well. Option. Feldkamp cuts it back in, and he's got just a couple yards. They'll spot him at about the 24-yard line. Mark Ruff again for Western, and Mark Oliver. Sounds like a broken record here defensively. Third down now, and they need a good 6 for a first down as Scott McNitt sends a play in with big Jacob Arnold, who will slot to the left. They'll have slot to the right. That's Kevin Williams. House right, split wide. Williams in motion. He has the football, cuts back, and he's knocked down by Trent Ebersol and also Jason Johnson. They'll be well short of a first down. That was a third down and 6, and they got about 2, and it looks like fourth and a short 5, a long 4 coming up for Clinton, and they don't look like they're in any particular hurry right now at all.
Kind of strange, Greg. You'd think when pretty decent field position they want possibly put something else on the board, and they've increased this 21-0 lead. But
they have to take a timeout because looking over the bench, and finally they do. We'll take 1-2, and we're back in 1 minute with just 26 seconds left here in the first half on WKHL.
Mean you're hungry for those types of food. Sometimes you want breakfast regardless of the time of day. Well, the perfect place to go for breakfast any time of the day or night and for daily breakfast specials is Don's Airport Restaurant. They serve breakfast all day long, serving omelets.
Improve the appearance of your personal and business vehicles, buildings.
About 5 yards for that situation. I guess they would want to score a touchdown here before halftime, 21-0. And again, from the 23. They didn't look in any too big of a hurry, though, to run that first down play.
Very surprising.
Man in motion, and Feldkamp is back to throw it. And that's going to be caught, and we've got a first down for Williams. And cuts back, touchdown. Kevin Williams again. Marvelous cutback runner
23-yard touchdown run into the end zone. That was just a little, I don't know if you could call it a screen, but he threw it to the running back. There were a couple blockers out there.
Yeah.
And Western they had a couple pretty good shots at him, John.
Yeah, they simply missed him, Greg. And, of course, you have to give full marks and high credit to Kevin Williams. This young man certainly knows how to cut back against the grain, and he kind of picked and pranced his way into the end zone. 27-0 lead, Greg. Just about insurmountable, even though we've only played one half of football.
Choquette on the extra point.
Pounds it through. No good.
And not going to let you call him anymore. Missed it off to the left. 15 seconds left till halftime. And all the pomp and circumstance of homecoming here. But the crowd sitting on their hands right now here on the home side. 27-0 for the Redskins. And they have unleashed Kevin Williams for 3 or 4 big plays here in the first half. One of the best runs we've seen all season, and that wasn't half bad in that 23-yard little pass that was more of a run, certainly, than a throw.
Yeah, Greg, there's no doubt he was going to pick up the first down. It was a question of whether they're going to run 1 or 2 more plays in which to get into the end zone, but Williams prevented them from running any more plays. He just sidestepped his way and really took his time running into the end zone for that fourth Redskin touchdown. 27-0, 15 seconds remaining in this first half. Obviously, as the score might indicate, a complete domination, total domination by Clinton here in this first half. Not a really, I would not say a very spirited performance by this Panther ball club.
No.
I'm really not too impressed by, it's not so much, Greg, enthusiasm just doesn't seem to be here right now, even before the ball game started.
Choquette will kick it. And they're running around like they're going to kick it short, and they onside kick it. Look out. The kitchen sink down there, and I think Western came up with it.
That's a good play.
Why? Tell me why that's a good play.
Well, it's a good play.
Please.
The only good play, one of the good things about it, Greg, it gives your onside kick team a little practice. I mean, Western has shown no ability to move the football tonight, and there's a limited time remaining, 11 seconds on the first half, and they have not been impressive offensively, and I think it's a good play for Clinton to not only to pick up the football and retain possession of the football, but to let the time